The brokers who spend their days launching the famous and wealthy into the sky are bound by one fundamental rule. The answer is always yes, Brenna Whitehill stated. She works for the Florida-based charter company Monarch Air Group, which handles some of the biggest names in sports and charges as much as $56,000 for a one-way flight from New York to Los Angeles. Their brokers are always on the clock and everywhere. You can ask for anything. Dedication is essential in this field, and Whitehill recently took a beach vacation in Florida with her family, laptop, and cell phone. In between overseeing a client's European vacations, she made an effort to unwind. Discretion is also important. We like to keep private aviation private, indicated Whitehill. However, the source has been given an inside look at this hidden world and the realities of transporting high rollers, coaches, and sportsmen around the world. A football player's $50,000 gift to his son, their requests for freshly caught fish, and the frantic attempt to rescue a college hockey game, and even brokers thought the last-minute Super Bowl charter was a scam. The possibilities are endless in private aviation, as Whitehill states. There are a lot of teams within teams in the NFL these days. Each athlete is supported by a group of agents, advisors, trainers, and hanger-ons. Their lives are micromanaged in every way. Food is arguably the most strictly regulated. Monarch customers are usually given a board of charcuterie or a branded box of fruit as a thank you. Some nuts, maybe. However, brokers found out when an NFL player was booked on a flight that isn't acceptable to everyone. It was very, very easy to work with the player himself. Unfortunately, his nutritionist arrived with a long list of additional requirements, including the need for locally grown organic vegetables, meat that came from organic sources. That day, fish were caught and prepared, a dozen eggs, cooked, a few cases of bottled water, and dozens of unseeded lemons. Water from Fiji. Oh, and absolutely no desserts. The flight lasted just 2 hours. But still, Whitehill stated, that is something that we have to honor. Our goal will always be to give them the best experience. Additionally, acknowledge that these are professional athletes who will be working. Sports celebrities frequently need a second plane to travel with other celebrities. After all, they require additional room to accommodate their enormous frames. It facilitates the work of individual brokers with particular clients. In this way, relationships grow to the point where we know exactly what that particular athlete is looking for on every single flight, as Whitehill notes, regardless of the path. At a recent Masters golf tournament, Whitehill got the chance to meet one of her clients and his family. Putting a name to the face was really cool, she remarked. Whitehill had previously arranged for him to travel from Augusta National to a prestigious Caribbean island. She added, "And I know what he wants, his comfort food from the South. All he wants is his sweet tea, chicken, and biscuits. He wants to know if his Lucky Charms, which are golf clubs, are on that plane and ready to travel. And the comfort of his family. I just do it every time." Developing a global clientele may have drawbacks. Since private jets operate around the clock, brokers must be on duty or available at all times. I occasionally have people in Australia or Europe that need a specific private charter. I am the only person they can reach, Whitehill stated. So they call me and I'm available to help at any time. The days before the Super Bowl are usually busiest for charter companies. Each year, parking spaces at the airport become as valuable as stadium suites, and many celebrities also cover the cost of a fun-filled week. That includes DJ instruction and alligator tours in February in New Orleans. Some would rather wait until the last minute to plan their travels. The Super Bowl party, Whitehill remarked, "We received a rather amusing call from someone who had had a few drinks. To put it politely, they were intoxicated. He claimed to be a specific well-known celebrity, but it was a bit difficult to understand them. And he wanted to fly to the game in a private jet. When the caller made some extravagant demands about transportation and catering, they initially thought it was a joke." Whitehill remarked, "But we soon realized it was the real deal and made it happen." There is already a fee to jet in for important events like Formula One, the Kentucky Derby, or the Super Bowl. It is called a special event fee or a facility fee. It is added when airports are especially crowded. That might range from $8,000 to $12,000 just to land the plane because air traffic control is so strict, Whitehill clarified. Fortunately, that only applies on specific days of the athletic calendar, because renting a plane can be expensive enough on its own. To witness his son's major league debut, a famous football personality had to travel across the nation. $50,000 for the privilege of spending 5 hours there and 5 hours back. Some clients will notify Monarch of their travel schedule months in advance. One week, others may know. Others, unfortunately, make spur-of-the-moment decisions. During those crises, once we have the client's signed paperwork, it usually takes 3 to 4 hours to get them wheels up, Whitehill stated. One day, a college hockey team panicked and sought them out. Their jet, chartered from another company, never arrived, despite their plans to attend a major game. Within hours of becoming stranded, Monarch placed the team on a flight. In time for the face-off, they landed. Although Monarch does not own or operate any aircraft, its brokers have access to thousands of aircraft worldwide. The location is irrelevant. As long as there's an aircraft available and the runway is long enough for the particular aircraft they're looking for. If not, then they may schedule a helicopter to come and get them. The process starts by calling the client to learn the destination, the companions, the reason for the trip, the number of luggage they're taking, and the expected arrival time. I then go out and source the best aircraft. If this is an urgent matter, I have the alternatives texted or emailed to them in about 20 to 30 minutes. After the client gives the go-ahead, an agreement is emailed and signed after another call to resolve any outstanding questions. Then, in about 3 to 4 hours, they start moving the aircraft. Soccer fans and internet detectives throughout Europe track the arrival of new players on planes each summer. But many NFL and NBA deals are made here without anyone's knowledge, except for the league, the teams, the players, and their entourages, and sometimes their brokers. Whitehill and Company frequently find out about a football or basketball star's impending move before any announcement is made. An NBA player recently booked a flight to a specific city. After making the connections, brokers received alerts on their phones a few hours later confirming that their intuition was right. The deal was complete. Private jets offer white glove service, which athletes value, and sometimes they become more than just passengers. Consider Brooklyn-born boxer Teofimo Lopez, the brazen two-weight world champion. After winning one of his fights, he contacted us. Whitehill recounted, the 28-year-old needed transportation from Hollywood International Airport, Monarch's home base. Within 3 hours, we had an aircraft ready to go, Whitehill stated. And he actually chose to come hang out with us in our office instead of waiting at the private airport. As Monarch worked out the details of his trip, Lopez mixed. One of our account managers was a huge fan of his and, naturally, has grown even more of a fan after meeting him. He now religiously attends Lopez's fights, and the boxer continues to fly with Monarch.